it's just too tempting to throw a big fireball into the middle, so let's give that a try. Hello, my friends, and welcome to the last stand of the Empire. The Emperor Karl Franz is desperate and alone behind enemy lines, outnumbered and badly outmatched by the shambling undead horde and the elite vampire knights of the blood dragons that lead them. I, his loyal retainer, have ridden to his rescue to see if we can save humanity at the last hour from succumbing to darkness and the curse of undeath. This is the Mount and Blade 2 Bannerlords The Old Realms mod, which turns Mount and Blade 2 into a Warhammer fantasy game. Obviously, that's everything I've always wanted. And I've just been playing it for fun, but this is the biggest and coolest battle that I have encountered yet, so I thought it would be really fun to showcase it for the channel. This battle, I genuinely don't know if it's winnable. I am not kidding when I say that my army is badly outmatched. We do not have command of the battle, so we can't use cheesy tactics to defeat the enemy. My mages have used up their magical reserves in previous battles. My troops are tired. We have a lot stacked against us, but if we go out in a last desperate blaze of glory, so much the better for the storyline. So, without further ado, let's jump in and start the battle. I'm going to pause real quick at the beginning of the battle and talk briefly about tactics. My goal is going to be to destroy the enemy cavalry. I unfortunately don't have command of the entire army, because the Emperor's here, so he's in charge, but I do have command of my personal retinue. That means I'm going to use my own knights to try to take out the enemy cavalry. Mount and Blade 2, as you can imagine from the name, is a game about cavalry supremacy. Have more mobility on the battlefield, you can dictate the terms of engagement. Also, the enemy cavalry tend to be their most elite units, and we want to decrease the number of elite units on the field, especially as more and more reinforcements spawn. We don't want the remaining units to be their most elite troops. So killing the enemy cavalry is critically important. To make that happen, what I'm going to do right off the start is I'm going to tell all of my units to rush in, but then I'm going to tell my cavalry to follow me, and my horse archers to follow me. That way, I have sort of control over the movement of my cavalry, and we can use them as a hammer to squash the enemy cavalry. I love watching the armies just move, across the battlefield. Also, of course, in this mod, you can see the fireballs flying. I'm going to throw my own, with my very few limited magical reserves. I'm going to throw my own fireball. And then let's see if we can get these guys to... you can see the mages are going nuts in the background. The enemy mages are fresh and ours are not. So we are at a huge disadvantage, but if we can kill some of these knights, that's great. Killing the enemy horses is just as good as killing the riders. Oops, I need to make sure I've got my shield out or I can't block. Oh, of course, also my wizard just blew himself up. Friendly fire is on, so that can happen. I need to be very careful because one lance hit at these speeds and I am dead. So we need to be very careful about our positioning. And if I'm not on the battlefield, we definitely can't win outnumbered this badly. Full disclosure, I played this battle casually once and lost it horribly before I decided to record this video. So I have done one try at this already. We got obliterated. The Emperor killing enemies in the background. That's kind of epic. Got that guy's horse out from under him. So my cavalry are getting the edge in this battle here. You can see we are now starting to outnumber the enemy cavalry in this area. Again, just stab the horses if you're not sure you're going to be able to hit the rider. Got that guy's horse. Moving at these speeds, one lance hit will kill me, so I need to, like I said, be really, really careful with how I move. There's some enemy archers around here, too, shooting, which I should probably take them out as well. But for now, my personal knight retinue is taking out the enemy cavalry on this flank. The infantry fighting in the background, on the other hand, is going real badly. Lance damage is based on your relative momentum to the enemy, so if you come up behind someone who's riding away from you like that, you're not going to do much damage. Okay, so the enemies are probably going to get a big wave of respawns soon, or reinforcements. So I want to pull the fighting a little bit away from where the enemy reinforcements are going to come from. And see if we can, again, get an edge in this cavalry battle over here, while the infantry battle just sort of takes care of itself. Sorry, infantry. 2 damage to that guy's horse. Okay, so now the enemy infantry are running over here, so I need to pull my units back away from them and try not to get bogged down in a big infantry brawl. I also need to activate my arcane conduit now that I have a second to breathe. I have an ability as a wizard to increase my Winds of Magic reserve, so we're going to get a little bit of spellcasting. It also increases the Winds of Magic reserve of my allied wizards, except that they blew themselves up earlier, so that's not going to help that much. I want to save the spells here for enemy cavalry reinforcements. I'd like to try to get momentum on this side of the battlefield in the infantry engagement, but I don't know if that's possible without getting too bogged down in fighting them. Pick off a couple at the edges of the fight, but yeah, I really don't want my cavalry to get blobbed up in the enemy infantry there. I'm so tempted to fireball into that gigantic group of enemies, but I just don't know if it's worth it to kill their infantry, even if I get like 50 of them at once. Oh, let's go kill this guy. He's isolated. let's miss that guy completely. Never claimed to be an expert at this game. Okay, so here's a big pile of enemy cavalry. Let's see if we can get them with a fireball. I need to do it while I'm not in the blast radius, though, or I'll turn into my own wizard. Yes, his name was Asmus. That was a randomly generated name. Okay, we killed an enemy character I saw in the report screen there, which is huge. Enemy characters tend to be spellcasters and more powerful fighters, of course. Don't know if I'm going to be able to get a good fireball that actually hits lots of cavalry. Let's try that one. Complete whiff. Okay. Fully split the uprights. Got that guy, though. Oh, one of their spellcasters is on foot there. Nailed him. That's wonderful. If you can get their spellcasters offline, that gives us a huge advantage. There's the enemy cav. So I'm going to try to ride out to where I can hit them from the side with a big fireball. Lead our target a little bit, and boom. All right, that's what I'm talking about. Right in dead center in one of the big groups of cavalry. Then I'm going to use my arcane conduit again. Infantry engagement continuing to go very poorly in the background. Not sure why the game sometimes puts away your shield. Fireball was on cooldown. I kind of led my units in a very bad engagement there. I rode them across the enemy direction of movement. And you really don't want to do that, because then the enemy lances are pointed at you, and your lances are pointed past them. So I need to be careful not only about my own movement, but where that's directing my units, since they're set to follow me. There's lots of AI commands for how the units act in this game. Try that. Nice. That's what I'm talking about. That thinned out the cav numbers significantly. Let's see if we can get a couple of these stragglers over here. Lots of AI commands for how the units act in this game, so you can do a lot, especially if you have command of the actual battle, which we don't. Took that guy out. Enemies are due for another big wave of reinforcements soon, I think. Oh, that's another character down. Keeping an eye on the infantry fight in the background as well. One lance hit at these speeds, of course, is lethal, so I need to not get hit by a lance. That wouldn't have done damage even if I'd hit it, really. I didn't have enough momentum. That did, though. That did, too. All right, we're getting in the swing of things. Now, unfortunately, my infantry were all butchered, so I need to reposition the battle again. Because the enemy infantry, as I ride directly into a rock, the enemy infantry are coming after us. Looks like there's a couple isolated archers here. Let's see if we can get them. I missed because I needed to make sure I was not taking an arrow. Arrows also get extra damage from relative momentum, so if you ride directly at an enemy. All right, 4 free archer kills. There's the big group of enemies. It's just too tempting to throw a big fireball into the middle, so let's give that a try. All right, another couple horsemen down, I think. How many enemies have we killed? Let's take a look. So we've killed 600, and they've killed 500. Unfortunately, we only had 600 to start with. So it's 100 of us against 1,500 remaining enemies or so. I can't kite forever with my fireballs as well, because I only have a limited number of arcane conduit uses to regain winds of magic. So we will just run out of mana. Oh, that's another character dead. No, let's peel away from the enemy infantry. I like that error. Behavior defend doesn't exist. That's right. We know only forward. Oh no, oh no. Okay. Only forward was a bad idea. Let's back up. Too many enemy infantry coming in. So again, we want to keep the number of infantry on the field relatively high. That was actually great. I sort of pulled the enemy cavalry across my line as they were following me. See, there's some riders mixed into that big group. So let's do a great big fireball right in the center there. Yes. It did make it hard to see. And that did force some enemy reinforcements to spawn. Did that include a bunch of enemy cavalry? It did. So we're going to have to, again, sort of kite backwards and take down the enemy cavalry first. See if we can get these isolated riders over here. Oh, that's so many cavalry on the other side of the map there. Oh, they're just too strong. Let's try that. Oh, right in the face. I got that guy's, I think the Hellwraith was the one with the ghost horse. How long till I can arcane conduit? I can just do it again. Okay, let's do that. Again, pulling my cavalry away. Arcane Conduit slows you down when you use it, so you need to be really careful not to activate it during a fight. Okay, let's kill these 3 guys if we can. Before the rest of the enemy cav get here. Oh, no. Yeah, they just rode down some of my last remaining infantry is what it looks like. There's just a big group of enemy cavalry in the infantry. Actually, we can probably collapse on them over here. While they're distracted by the infantry, because we pulled all the enemy infantry away. So we can use these guys as bait. Sorry, infantrymen. Historically accurate, at least. Nice. Took down a couple more of their cavalry. Oh. Got that guy's horse. I need to pull away from this fight, though, because the enemy infantry are coming in. We might be here for a little bit. Let's go ahead and hurl a fireball into that group of cav. It hit a little closer because that guy ran in front of it, but still, a couple more enemies down. Also, all of my horse archers, or horse gunners, rather, are out of ammunition at this point. Again, gonna pull the battle away from the enemy infantry lines. Still just so cinematic and cool watching all of the enemy, like, group up. Oh, can I just, like, get them with a fireball on that hill? Let's try. No, I cannot. Oh, it has a maximum range, it looks like. Arcane Conduit. Didn't realize the fireball had a maximum range, but that does make sense. Don't know how many more uses I have of Arcane Conduit. I think it's 6 total uses at the level I'm at. Okay, there's the cavalry healing away from the infantry. That's perfect. So let's go over there and see if we can land a good fireball. They're all running away from my guys, which is funny. Okay, dead center. No, not quite, but still pretty good. Gotta kite them through the trees here. And pull across. Every time I lose a horseman, it stings so bad because we are so badly outnumbered. But once we take down the enemy cavalry, we'll get a lot more freedom. I was hoping that we could do that faster, but there's just so many vampire knights. That's one more archer dead. Yes, turn to face me. Fool. Ah, he didn't quite turn to face me. I have another fireball that I can use. But I want to save it for when they're blobbed. Yeah, and the enemy cavalry got kind of split up. They rode through their infantry lines and got a little bit tangled. So that's good for us, but I do want to try to blob them up. So let's do another big circuit. This part of the battle is going to be a little bit difficult, so if you want to fast forward a bit, I wouldn't blame you. Yes, 2 more cavalry kills. Almost got this guy's horse. Okay, got his horse. Now can my cavalrymen just ride him down? Yes, they sure can. Let's see, is there a good target for the fireball? Honestly, that blob there might just be my best bet. Or I can just fully miss. All right. I will say, very bad spell casting by me could cost me this battle. Gonna use Arcane Conduit again. Pulling way away from the enemy infantry to try to make sure only their cavalry are fighting me at any given time. So there's like 2 horsemen over there. Let's go kill them. Oh, 3 even. I really keep thinking I'm hitting their horse, but it keeps getting blocked by their shield. I need to actually back off and get a good line of approach to where we can do damage, like so. How many more cavalry does the enemy have on the field? Looks like really not that many, so we may have almost accomplished our goal. I guess we'll see when the next reinforcements spawn. If they've got more cavalry coming. Take a shot every time I say cavalry in this video if you wish to no longer be conscious very quickly. Oh, there's a bunch of cavalry. Crap, my guys got butchered there. The other problem we're having is my guys are now very injured. All right, let's back off a bit. Okay, that big group is what I want over on the left here. Let's see if we can hit them with a fireball as they approach. Sure, right in the face. Yes, 4 down. Perfect. How is that 1 damage? The problem with having my units follow me is that they don't peel off to engage the enemy cavalry, but I really need fine control over their movements, or we could very quickly just lose them all as they get tangled in the enemy infantry. Okay, there's the enemy cavalry detachment over there. Let's, I'm getting too far ahead of my guys. Looks like a few more reinforcements spawned. One more horseman down. $177 damage that didn't show up on the thing. Okay. What about there? Oh, only cast in a frontal cone. Let's do that, because that's going to hit some horsemen and a bunch of infantry, so... Obviously, I'd prefer to only hit the riders. Again, to stop too many enemy cavalry from spawning, but at this point, I think we just want to start killing stuff. Get those reinforcements spawning so we can actually get this battle over before, you know, it takes 3 hours. I will say, as epic last stands go, this one has been great. Ride them through the archers. Only 1 archer kill? Embarrassing. Okay, enemy cavalry. Eat fireball to the face. Yes. Let's Arcane Conduit again. Oh, nope, that's it. Okay, so that's our last spell cast. So we are all analog at this point. should have gone for that guy to the left who was coming towards me, because we could have lanced him down pretty easily. Okay, my guy's getting a couple kills at the edge of the formation, but I lost one cavalry to a spearman, which is not good. Oh, and these bowmen are shooting my guys, and are now protected by the horde of infantry. So let's back off and fight the cavalry over here. We gotta get away from the archers. This is getting tense. Ooh, level up. Alright, more enemy cavalry just spawned onto the battlefield. Because I took down all their cavalry. I'm gonna go kill these archers over here. Oh. Oh, no, I got him. No, wait, my horseman killed their horseman. And again, perfect. All right, in just a minute, I'm probably gonna try to just unleash my army here. So let's see if we can ride through the edge of the formation and pick off a couple more guys. Oh, it's just so painful every time we do that, we lose a unit. All right, we're going for it. Again, we're trying to push through the edges of the formation, lance them down, try not to lose too many units at a time. And if we time our charges right, then our units will not get bogged down in the enemy infantry. So it looks like a couple of my guys lost their horses. Yeah. I saw something just like fly off there. I don't know what that was. Okay, more enemy cavalry have spawned. One of my guys on the ground there. Let's see if we can rescue him with a cavalry charge. Oh, they all spawned on top of me? Oh, and that's so many more vampire knights. Alright, I'm afraid this is probably over, but... I got so bogged down there. But let's unleash my cavalry. They no longer are bound to follow me, and we'll just see how many enemies we can take down before the Empire falls. As all things must in the end. Cool. Took a hit there. It keeps unequipping my shield. Because I think there's still... Yeah, we've killed 1,000 enemies. There's still 1,000 remaining. Many of which are heavy cavalry. And there we go. Go ahead and fast forward the remainder of the battle as the Empire's desperate last stand has come to a close. Yes, also, by the way, I do have a Chaos Knight. We might be a loyal retainer of the Empire, but, you know, I'm not going to turn down the most powerful troops in the game. Battle lost, but we killed 1,000 enemies to only 500 of our own troops defeated. I myself took down 214 enemy soldiers and gained quite a number of levels. Let me click to somebody who's not in the middle of all of this yelling. Let's see. All of our characters blew themselves up and did absolutely nothing, so that wasn't great. they just got fried. But my own units managed to take down huge numbers of enemy forces. My party accounted for 500 of the 1,000 kills that we got overall. The Emperor, let's see. The Emperor took down 164, 10 personally, not bad for Karl Franz there. And the other parties did less well. The Linot the Damsel is actually a member of my clan, so nice to see her doing well, acquitting herself well also. The enemy characters, who was the most dangerous enemy that we faced? I'm curious. Zacharias the Ever-Living, who I personally slew, killed 12 of us, I think. Oh, Dieter Helschnicht killed 77 of my units, presumably with one spell cast. So, the real problem here is just that the vampires had so many spellcasters and so many heavy cavalry. There just wasn't anything that we could do to overcome their huge advantage, but this was an epic battle, felt great to play, and I hope that you enjoyed it. As always, of course, if you have enjoyed this video, you know, leave a comment and hit like. Let me know if you want to see more of the Old Realms, the Mountain Blade 2 mod. If you liked this battle, I could do a maybe a short playthrough or something on the channel. This is a super cool mod that I've really enjoyed, so if you want to see more of it, then definitely let me know. And we'll see how it does. Obviously, this is a bit of an experiment, so I'm curious as to whether people enjoyed this. Of course, you can subscribe to my channel for more video game analysis, and I'll catch you next time. Thanks for watching, friends.